we live in turbulent times and it's very difficult to make any predictions. Now, what is very clear is that the war has already had a profound impact on energy prices in Europe. And even though prices of natural gas are back to the pre-war levels, they are still 4 times as high in Europe as they are in the United States. And this is eroding European competitiveness. Moreover, escalation of trade tensions may lead to fragmentation of the global economy, and that can potentially put inflationary pressures. I doubt that any central banker would be willing to say that we have already achieved victory over inflation. In many ways, we got lucky because what we saw was some of the supply constraints that we faced a year or 2 ago have disappeared. The zero COVID policy in China is gone. We haven't had major shocks to global value chains. People have returned to labor markets. That was a slow process taking place after COVID. And then on the demand side, after COVID, we had this big boost to demand as people were spending savings accumulated during the pandemic. Those savings are pretty much gone. So all of these factors have led to lower inflations. And then further, fight against inflation was boosted by drop in energy prices and drop of agricultural commodities, thanks to very good harvest last year. The first priority of governments in Europe should be preventing global fragmentation from happening. This global fragmentation would be very costly not only in economic terms, but also it could jeopardize green transition because geopolitical tensions could lead to escalation of export restrictions, particularly export restrictions on critical raw materials, many of which are produced in China. Greece has a window of opportunity to lay foundations for long-term economic growth. So the upgrade of the rating of Greece will lead to greater inflows of foreign direct investment, and that means extra capital and, more importantly, knowledge brought from abroad. Greece has the opportunity to tap into very generous European funds and to promote its green transition as well as the digitalization process, both of which are very important for future growth prospects. And last, but perhaps most importantly, the government has a reform mandate. So it's absolutely crucial that Greece continues with the reforms. From reforming public administration to taking measures to improve competitiveness and productivity.